with us for 7 long weeks, and tonight we are crowning a champion. Welcome to Championship Night here on Montana iRacing, the Off-Road Championship. I am joined up in the booth with Cody Harrelson. Cody, you ready to wrap things up?
Oh, it's Championship Night, baby, and we are gonna have a good one, Frank.
Yeah, it's really Chase's series to win at this point. He's got a pretty commanding lead. Let's go ahead and pull up the standings going into tonight and see kind of how it's looking. Like I said, Chase Gear, 637. Behind him, kind of the closest battle that we have points-wise is between Jason, Joseph, and Patrick. And then a little bit further back, you got Zach Clifton and Braden. An opportunity there, then Cody and Casey. So a chance for these guys to bring it home, but all eyes right now are definitely on Chase.
Yeah, commanding lead in the points, and just been an outstanding season for him. So there's a lot you can say about the guy, but racing's just in his blood.
100% agree. So it looks like right now we got 8 drivers making up the field with about 2 minutes left to go here in practice, as we give everyone a minute or two to join and get their final laps in. Format for tonight, we'll do some heat racing and then go right into a main event. 13 laps for championship night, and we'll do a caution halfway through. So other than that, it's like I said, it's been a fun season. It's been fun to watch everyone here grow and develop in these trucks and get more and more confident each week. And I think Crandon's a great place to bring it home. It's a favorite amongst drivers and fans. So no better way to seal it with a land rush start and a track that is just pretty much wide open throttle through most parts. And Cody, I know there's some prize money on the line here. I'm trying to remember exactly what the amounts are. I don't know if you have that in front of you, but I think first through third walks away with some cash in their pocket if they can seal the deal.
Well, Frank, I am gonna do some digging, see what I can come up with.
And while you do that, looks like Chase does have the fastest time out there right now, a 1:22.48. Behind him, Zach Clifton, a 1:22.83, and then Joseph Brooks, 1:23.11. So those are your 3 fastest out there. As we're just watching Chase right now, looks like the only other one out on the track is Chancellor, getting a few last-minute laps in. So clock is about to expire, and we'll rack them up and work our way towards crowning a champion. Flag is out, everyone's coming on in.
Yeah, unfortunately not able to find anything on payouts.
Yeah, we know they're there. So Heat 1 getting ready to take the line. It's going to be just 4 drivers: Zach Clifton, Joseph Brooks, Chase Greer, and Casey Durand is going to make it up 4 laps. And everyone's going to be advancing tonight. So that makes it easy. Also makes it easy when they all fit into one camera shot.
Green flag.
As the engines get roaring, we are going green flag racing, Frank.
Looks like most everyone getting a good start.
See Chase. Chase is going to end up with the whole shot. Joseph Brooks in second. Clifton in third. Casey Duran in fourth.
Yeah, and they always pretty much get a half a lap bonus before they take the official green start as they get ready to come across the line here in one more turn.
All four tucked in, single file line nose tail.
Looks like Casey getting a little loose. Gonna lose a little bit of time, but gets it going.
Closest battle on the field, Frank, Joseph, and Clifton.
Yeah, we'll ride on board with Clifton for a minute, see what it looks like as he tries to run down the 54 machine of Brooks. And they just throw it on in there. I've always loved that move.
As he pulls up almost alongside Joseph. Zach trying everything he can to take that second spot away. They bang doors. Zach's going to get a run off that barn corner. I think Zach's going to clear him here, and he does, Frank.
Yeah, we'll see if Joseph can duck underneath, get a drive out of there. Looks like he's going to start to pull, but Zach's going to maintain that gap.
As Zach now sets his sight on your leader of Chase. Can he get there with 2 laps remaining in this?
Yeah, speaking of Chase, like we pointed out, he's, I think, all but clenched it at this point. But he's coming out in true championship style, making everybody work for their positions.
As Zach now starts to stretch out his lead over Brooke. Still about 2.5 seconds back from your leader.
It looks like Casey Duran going around.
Yeah, just getting a bad landing. Unfortunately gets turned backward.
Yeah, you and I have had that happen once or twice.
Never. Never. As Chase is going to take your white flag. Zach still in second with 1 second
we just
gap.
gotta wait
Got
for
it down a little bit.
We just gotta wait for timing and scoring to kind of catch up here.
Zach, oh, never mind. Now it's caught up.
Yeah, it's one of those iRacing glitches where for the first few laps, it always thinks it's a lap ahead. It's gotten me a few times. One day they'll get that bug fixed. We'll ride on forward a little bit with Joseph Brooks as he takes us around back half of the track here. Now looking at lap times, Chase is the only one in the 122s. Everybody else is 123 or above. So Chase is just stepping out that lead right now.
Yeah, Chase just got that racecraft to him and makes it hard to keep up.
Now we have the white flag this time by.
There it is, Frank.
That's like Brooks back to about 2 seconds behind. So unless Zach takes a bad bounce off this section here, it's a hard deficit to overcome.
Yeah, 2 seconds, just not a lot of ground on the track to make that up in one lap.
Yeah, that'll be Chase Greer taking the Heat 1 win. Zach Clifton and Joseph Brooks. Casey Duran. Well, let's go ahead and get Heat 2 on the start block. Heat 2 is going to see Chancellor all the way to the right, then outside of him, Braden, Jason, and Patrick. So another 4-truck shootout. Again, 4 laps will make up the heat. It looks like we're just waiting on Chancellor.
There he is.
Yeah, engines are up. We're getting ready to go for Heat 2.
Green flag.
And we are green flag racing in heat number 2. As I can't tell who that is, Chancellor, and
Ooh, a little bit of contact there.
I think that is the... Looks like Braden. Chancellor and Braden getting crossed up with each other there in the land rush. That lets Patrick get out to an early race lead over Jason Martin.
Yeah, that was a bit of an interesting start there. It seemed like they were struggling to just kind of keep it straight there.
Yeah, through the grass section, all of the... Any vehicle you run in the land rush just hits squirrely on you, and it's hard to keep it in a straight line.
Jason making up some good time on Patrick. That was a pretty smooth move there.
Yeah, Patrick having issues into that last corner allowed Jason to get caught up. We'll see if he can stretch his lead out any. As Patrick taking the unconventional slider line cowboy corner.
Yeah, it looks like that kind of allowed Braden to close in just a little bit, but still has some work cut out for him.
As Jason now goes to work studying on Patrick, trying to find his weak spots. Patrick pushes out just a little wide. That's going to allow Jason to close right in on the back bumper. Oh, he pushes wide again. That's going to open the door for Jason there. Side by side coming over the start-finish line. Patrick able to pull back out in the lead. Jason not letting them get too far away as they go into Cowboy Corner, Frank.
Yeah, it's Jason's able to make good time in Cowboy. Kind of able to bring Patrick in a little bit, and then Patrick's just able to kind of step it back out. I say that,
Yeah,
and we're down to a quarter of a second gap between these two. So
unfortunately, that line that Patrick's running just is not the fast line. It's good to throw a slider on somebody, but it's not the fast way through there. As Jason takes over the top spot going through Barton Corner. Patrick trying to look back under him out of gravel pit. Can't get it done. It's going to fall back in line.
yeah, that's an interesting thought. I never kind of realized that because these guys are so used to running dirt oval that their instinct is to set up for the slider, which sometimes on these type of tracks where you're turning right and left, sometimes it's not a good setup in some situations. So you almost have to kind of break that instinct.
Yeah, for sure. It's just something that a lot of these guys that are new to these tracks don't know yet. As Jason's going to show him how to do it, Patrick's going to cross over him. Not going to work well for Patrick, as that's going to open the door for Braden to challenge for the lead over Jason.
See if Braden can set him up over the banner jump here.
Jason with a good run through Barton Turn. He's going to pull about half a second gap now between him and second place.
That was pretty close. The lines started to come together there. Jason will take the white flag this time by. A little bit further back, we'll check in on Chancellor after getting squirrely off the start there, but everyone else is running 123s. He's a 126, so he's starting to figure it out.
Back up front, Jason opening about a 1 second gap over Braden. Braden trying to use that low line. That's not going to work out in his favor as Jason again pulls out off Cowboy Corner into turn one. Now through the Barton Corner for the last time in this heat race. Jason still maintaining that 1 second lead. Jason Martin able to hold off for the heat race win. Braden's going to bring it home second. Patrick third. And Chancellor going to bring it home in that fourth spot for the heat.
Well, with heat racing complete, we'll go ahead and open the track up for these guys to work it in a little bit more. And while we do that, let's revisit last week at Lucas Oil.
As Brooks, that last time by is about a second, or about 1.2 seconds slower than Chase. As Chase has kind of found the groove, he's starting to find what he needs to do. Is Chase last lap around a 16.5 to Brooks 17.7. So Hey, you know, that 217, that was a good number. I just seen it.
Yeah, it looks like Chase just kind of the last few laps just, stepping out that lead.
He
So
was
yeah,
way wide in that corner.
once Chase gets that clear air, he likes to just take off.
Well, Chase has mentioned anything can happen. He has found a couple of donuts in the past few races, so we'll see if he can keep it off the donuts for the last couple of laps. As we're coming around to take the white flag for one more lap to go, round number 7 here at Wheaton. As we ride on board with Braden Colwick, he's trying to chase down Jason Martin. But as we know, anything can happen. We'll see what happens in the last couple of laps. As Chase now has a 5-second lead. Goes way wide on the exit. Brooks kind of making the same line, but a little more inside as Jason goes a little wide too as well. Brooks gets the inside berm a little bit, no, nothing too crazy. No, that was probably the cleanest he was able to make it. I was gonna say, that was probably the cleanest he's made it through. Oh, Brooks into the wall. Jason Martin into second. Braden Colwick into third. As Chase comes around last corner to take the checkered flag, but we're going to come back here and see what's going on. Colwick coming around the corner there. Chase Garrett takes the checkered flag, and Jason Martin still in second place. And Colwick has secured the final podium position.
So, like I said, good racing all throughout the season. And it's only fitting we bring it home here at Crandon tonight. 7 weeks, saw some good development out of these drivers, and we're excited to hopefully host another one in the future. Sounds like there may be talks of something, trying to incorporate some of these off-road tracks to the Montana League. But, yeah, if you're in chat and you have a favorite memory of the season so far, feel free to throw it up. And for me, it's just some of the consistency we saw out of the guys as they just progressively grew. That's what stands out to me. Nothing immediate pops out, but just good racing week in and week out.
Frank, what'll stand out to me the whole season is going to be Carol Brooks. She's been here for every race.
Yeah, Carol, you have been a loyal fan, and we appreciate you showing up and teaching us how to pronounce everyone's names. Because I think I finally got Chase's halfway decent. And I say that I'm probably going to butcher it now, but we hope to see you in the AMX series. Because I know Joseph's running pretty well there as well. Speaking of the AMX series, that will continue Tuesday night. I think we're headed to Bark River, if I remember right. First up in the cross cars at 9. Racing usually starts at 9:15, and then immediately afterwards we'll run the Pro 2 Lights, presented by Justin Trim. The cars are by In Theory Motorsports. So Anthony James and Taylor Van den Bush supporting those. And then if you have not already, to stay in touch with us, make sure you either visit us online or download the app from the Google Store. It's a great way to stay in touch with everything that's going on. As looks like we're wrapping up here. And let's introduce Round 8's starting grid. So we're going to have Chase Greer with Jason Martin outside of him, Zach Clifton, Braden, Joseph Brooks, Patrick Lemire. Then we have Casey Durand and Chancellor rounding out the field.
"13 laps distance, caution lap number 7, 1 fast repair. And if they go 1 lap down, they will be allowed to get that 1 lap back at the halfway.
Looks like we're getting ready to bring the engines up here in just a moment and turn these guys loose.
Everybody in chat's getting their picks in, Frank, so it seems fit that we get ready to throw that green flag. As I hear engines revving.
Green flag, green flag, green flag.
Looks like we got
And the green
bit of a
flag's
jump.
out. Everybody's storming off into turn 1 clean so far. Jason's going to take that whole shot. Chase in second, challenging for that lead. Joseph, unfortunately, catching a bad bounce. That's not going to help him.
Yeah.
So he's storming the gravel pit. It looks like Jace Martin's going to have the early lead. Chase in second. Braden in third. Clifton fourth. And Chancellor rounding out your top 5.
Yeah, right now, the way it runs, you have Chase in second, who's leading the points chart, and then Jason Martin currently sitting second in points. And going a little bit further back, Joseph Brooks, who's in third, he's got a little bit of ground to make up, but still got plenty of time to do that. With a comp caution halfway through if needed. We'll jump back
Not
up
sure,
front.
but he might be battling a broken truck right now.
Could
So
be,
hopefully
but
he can make it around to the pits and get his fast repair and get going.
yeah, because we've seen he's got the speed to compete, and we'd love to see him up front. Looks like Joseph did make the pass on Casey in the back, but it looks like Casey having some problems as well. As these two are just having a grand old time out here.
Yeah, and Clifton, he's moved himself up to third, Frank. We just watched that battle a moment ago. But all eyes are on the battle for the lead. Chase trying to hunt down your leader, Jason.
So we can go a little bit further back. We got a battle for fourth right now between Chancellor and Patrick.
Patrick trying to find his way around.
Looks like Braden closing the gap, able to contend for that battle as well. So let's check back up front. Not a lot of time to separate these two. Jason is having a great run.
Jason's still out showing the way over Chase. Chase still not able to find his way around him yet. You got to think Chase knows there's a lot of time left in this race. Probably isn't worried about pushing the issue yet.
Check back here. Battle for fourth, still underway. Patrick really able to make up that ground. Or excuse me, that's Braden.
As Patrick just not able to find his way around Chancellor yet. Chancellor with a bad bounce through the start-finish line. Was that going to open the door? No. Patrick not able to find his way around with that. As Joseph is starting to reel these guys in. Be interested to see what Joseph can do. Maybe he can fight his way up through those guys. As Braden now looking on the inside, trying to take that slider line to Cowboys.
Yeah, we got to jump back up front here. It looks like Chase has captured the lead. We'll see if Jason's got anything to answer back with. Have two battles developing out here on the track. One for the lead and then one back here for fourth, which just, has not seemed to... Oh, it looks like Joseph's doing a last-minute jump to the pits. So it looks like the truck is finally in a position where it just needed those repairs, and hopefully he can grab those and get back out here and head for a win tonight.
Well, Frank, I'm not exactly sure what happened, but right before we cut back, I noticed off in the distance that that whole group got together, and unfortunately Joseph got the short end of the stick on it. So, sure.
Okay, yeah, I saw
he's
some
not being a
commotion
happy
back there.
camper.
Yeah,
I'm sure he's not a happy camper, but going to get a new truck and gonna take that halfway caution and try and send it up through there again.
Yeah, we gotta talk about this man too. Zach Clifton having a good run. He's sitting fifth in points right now. Point battle pretty much between him and Braden. So there is definitely some points on the line here between these two and where they finish overall in the season.
Dang it is right, Carol, but don't give up yet, because we still got that caution, and that's going to bunch everybody right on up.
Speaking of Braden, managed to put some distance between him and Chancellor at this point. Some good distance. Must have been some
only
heavy contact back there.
Only 2 points separate Zach, Clifton, and Braden, so those that position's going to matter a lot in who gets that spot.
Yeah, I have a feeling coming towards the end, that's where we're really going to be watching. Because, yeah, Martin coming into this, he's at 605, Brooks 594, so pretty good separation there. But, yeah, Clifton 562 to Braden's 560. That's a position. Check a little bit further back. Patrick.
As I believe, Frank, I think we're going to take comp caution this time by.
Yes, I believe it is the start of 7. We'll keep an eye on the leaders and make sure that they slow up. Speaking of leaders, let's check up front.
As Chase opened up about a 1.5 second gap over your second place runner, Jason Martin. And not too far back, Zach Clifton keeping those guys in check.
Yeah, keeping them honest, that's for sure. Guess we'll wait for them to come around this time by, see if they slow up for the caution or if race control is going to let them go one more time around. And it looks like Joseph, even after going into the pits, did not go a lap down, so he'll remain on the lead lap. As it looks like we are slowed up, so we are under caution. Chase just going to lead him around. Let them all catch back up. Looks like Casey is going to capitalize on the intermission here, get some repairs done. Looks like Braden's catching the pack.
It looks like we missed. Patrick was able to get around Chancellor for the comp caution there.
Yeah, it looks like there's a little bit of movement. I don't know if that's the result of some pit strategy, or I kind of lost tabs as to what was going on back there, but
As Casey catches up to the back half of the field, should get rolling here in just a moment.
yeah, while they get rolling, we'll just stay pretty much on board with the group.
As it looks like Chancellor, I'm not sure if he elected to go to the rear or if he was forced under penalty of some sort. Either way, he'll be starting from the tail. As we get rolling into our restart zone, we are back green flag racing as Chase takes off over Jason and Zach Clifton. It looks like towards the back, Joseph not wasting any time taking that spot over Patrick. That's going to move him up into the top 5.
Yeah, the more moves he can make when everyone's, bunched up pretty tight, that's going to set him up in a better position as the race goes on and everyone kind of spreads back out. So props to him for getting in there, getting the repairs done, and being a contender here in the second half of the race.
As he now sets his sights on Braden, we'll track his progress the rest of the race and see where he can move up to. As back up front, Chase opening up a half a second gap over second place Jason Martin.
Yeah, just getting every ounce of horsepower you can get out of these trucks. Got a good little battle back here brewing between Patrick and Casey. We've got a lot of Brooks fans out here.
Yeah, as our battle fourth is starting to heat up, Frank. Joseph trying to look on the inside of Braden, falls back in line. Braden gets a little squirrely after the finish line jump.
And Nolan's giving a shout out to Jason. Let's see how he's looking up here. as the gap is just over a second behind Chase. It's hard because Chase just runs so consistent. He very rarely makes any mistakes, and that's kind of how you're gonna have to make up that deficit with these trucks just kind of so evenly matched. Further back, take a look at Braden still trying to fend off the attack from Joseph.
Joseph looking on the inside of gravel pit. This time he throws a slider on Braden. Braden gonna cross him back. Joseph gonna pull back up beside Braden.
Yeah, these two are pretty much dancing around each other. Makes for some great racing.
Joseph with the slider through the turn there after the start finish line is gonna take that spot. Now he's got quite the gap he's got to try and make up if he wants to hit the top 3.
We'll check in with the leaders up front. Zach Clifton still working on Jason. He gets a good drive out of the turn.
Just trying everything he can to reel him in.
Yeah, right now this looks to be the closest battle on the track. It's like Patrick and Braden having a good battle back there.
Clifton swung out wide there in Calamity, trying to get the run. Not able to make anything happen this time through the S-curves. He's going to hang tight on Jason. Will he try to throw the slider into Cowboy Corner this time? No, Jason runs slider line, takes it away from Clifton. But that's going to let Clifton pull right back up on his rear bumper.
Yeah, you know it's great racing when the fans are getting involved for sure.
Getting the Mario Kart reference fired up, Frank. As Clifton bounces it off the wall, that's going to let Jason pull just ever so slightly away.
Still, Chase is able to maintain that gap despite the battle that's going on behind him. Let's take a little bit further back. Look at this, Joseph Brooks. He's starting to chisel away. Open track behind him, so he's not going to have to really worry about protecting lines or anything like that.
Unfortunately, without some sort of incident, Frank, I don't think he's going to be able to catch him.
Especially as the laps are very quickly ticking down. Right on board with Zach here for a moment. Watch the wheel input, what it takes to keep these trucks going in a straight line. We'll shoot real quickly back here. Patrick's really not letting Braden out of his sight. It looks like Chase is going to take the white flag this time by, so we'll go around one more time. Check in with these two. See if there's any big moves that Zach's going to throw. Doing all he can to get every ounce of traction out of that tire.
Yeah, unfortunately, Jason just pulling away a little bit. Not going to let Clifton get to that back bumper. As they go through turn 1 for the final time tonight, through the barn corner, Jace gonna slip up just a little bit. Can Zach get that run he needs? No, not yet. As Jason again pulls away. Even with that little slip up, Frank, he just able to get the drive off the barn corner.
Yeah, well, this man from start to finish put on an incredible season. This is pretty much going to cement the championship night for him and the championship chase gear. Is your Montana iRacing off-road champion tonight. After 8 long weeks, he brought it home. Jason Martin behind him, Zach Clifton, your top 3, Joseph Brooks up to 4th. And then we'll have Braden, Patrick Lemire, and then Casey and Chancellor are going to round it out.
Well, Frank, season is over.
Yeah,
The
it seems
championship
like it's
is crowned.
as quick as it started.
And you have some top interviews, Frank.
Yeah, let me see who we got standing by. I know at some point you got to get running. Is that your cue to move on to the next race?
It is. I do have a race to catch, but again, it was fun doing this with you all season, Frank, and I can't wait to do it again. Congratulations, Chase, on the championship, and just I can't wait to do it again. Hopefully, we'll see these Montana guys back and get a little bit closer action next time.
Absolutely. And it was a joy having you in the booth with me. I look forward to seeing you on Tuesday night as we continue to call all the AMX action. But good luck tonight, and I'll be talking to you soon. And while he steps on out, let's go ahead and talk to the series champion, Mr. Chase Gear. Chase, from start to finish, man, you were dominant, and it's only fitting that you walk away with a championship tonight. Um, how does it feel?
Feels good. It's been really awesome to see the progression of all these guys throughout the season. These guys mostly do circle tracks, so it's been awesome to get them exposed to the off-road side of iRacing. And obviously, I've gotten a little bit more seat time. This has helped me massively, actually. I've gotten a lot faster getting to practice with these guys. So yeah, it's been awesome to get a few more guys involved, and happy to end up on top.
Yeah, well, I know you're a good mentor for a lot of these drivers, and you spend a lot of time before each race showing them what you do and giving them pointers, and it showed throughout the season, and it definitely speaks to your sportsmanship, and you're a great steward to the off-road community. So just congratulations overall on a fantastic season, and we're absolutely blessed to have you out here, and I'm sure the Montana iRacing League is really thrilled to have you on board to help um, make it happen for these guys and promote the off-road series. So I think with that, I'll turn it over to you to give the shout outs and the thanks for all the people who have backed you and have gotten you to this point, and we'll see if you can't keep it going in the the AMX series.
Yeah, got to thank Willow Mountain Lumber LLC, Race Treads, In3 Motorsports, BGM Racing, 461 Clifton Racing, all as series partners for this. AMX iRacing for helping Montana iRacing for putting on this series. And of course, got to thank you guys with Refuse to Lift Media for, again, always having an awesome broadcast, trying new things, and kind of pushing the platform forward. So that's been awesome to see. It's been great to see the amount of people that have been tuning in, week out. So I think we put on a great show. So, and then definitely got to thank all the Montana guys that got involved with this and helped make this what it was. We had some awesome battles all year. It's been awesome to battle. We've kind of battled between Joseph, Jason, Zach, all those guys all year, or all season, I should say. It's been awesome to see them kind of step up their pace and put on some really awesome, good, clean racing between all of them. So had an awesome battle there with Jason at the start of that main as well. So that was really fun. So happy to be part of it. Happy to come out on top, but really happy to be racing with an awesome group of guys.
Absolutely. We look forward to watching you continue to race in the future. So I'll let you get back to celebrating with everybody else. But everyone, Chase Gear, the champion of the series.
Thank you.
And we'll transition over to, I believe we have him right here. Is this Mr. Martin?
You got him.
Oh, man. Now it's a party. Hey, great racing out there. Congratulations. According to my notes, you got the second in standings for the season. It's only fitting you have a second second for the win tonight, or sorry, a second for the finish tonight. Jeez, it's been a long, long day. But
No, you're good.
great to see you to battle, especially with Zach back there giving you some pressure. Take us through your thoughts in the race, through the season, and just congratulations on a solid performance throughout the 8 weeks.
Hey guys, I appreciate it. It's been just a blast racing with these guys, and this race I had a good start. I don't know how I edged out Chase. I don't know, maybe something happened or whatever, but got the lead and obviously know who's back there and trying to run as smooth the lines as I possibly could, and he's just too quick. And he got by me, and I knew Zach was back there too. He's been passing me in practice, and he's really quick. So man, just trying to put together laps that were consistent and not make mistakes. I hit the wall coming out of the barn turn there a few times, and I was just cursing myself out with that. But yeah, take home second place in standings, and what a great great way to finish the year. Sorry about that.
No, it's all good. Well, it's been fun to watch you race, especially trying to chase down Chase all season. And I'm sure you got some people you want to give a shout out to, so I'll let you go ahead and do that and get back to celebrating with the rest of the league.
Sounds good, man. Yeah, I'd like to thank my wife, Noelle. I'd like to thank my boys, Brody and Braden, all my sponsors, McGillis Lyman Brake, Noah at Stormfront Performance, Matco Tools, Wendy's. Thank you guys so much for putting on this season and this broadcast. It was so much fun to get on with you guys on Thursday nights and just have some fun with this and try to be faster. And I thoroughly enjoyed this season and look forward to doing it again soon.
Absolutely. We look forward to having you back out here. And yeah, you have a wonderful rest of the evening. We'll sure be talking to you again here in the future.
Sounds like a plan. Hey, you guys have a good one.
Yep, you as well. All right. We also have Joseph Brooks standing by, our third in points overall. But before we do that, let's pull in Zach Clifton, who took home third tonight in the race. Zach, you were applying some good pressure there to Jason, pretty much all throughout, especially the second half of that race. How did it go for you? What was kind of going through your head? Were you trying to look for an opportunity to get an edge on him? I'm just kind of curious what the strategy was.
Yeah, Frank's first half of that race, I would just sit with the tires, seeing where everybody else was running in front of me, getting the brake points and stuff like that down. And once the second half came, decided to give Jason some more pressure because I seen a few mistakes in the first half when there was a little bit of pressure on him. Went for a few passes there with the final 3 or 4 laps left to go, but was unfortunately unable to make anything work.
Yeah, it's those guys are fast, but it's been fun to watch you just get stronger each and every round, and I'm eager to see what you can put together next time we do this, because I'm sure, based upon the feedback we're getting, I have a feeling we'll be taking something back to these off-road tracks. So just congratulations on a solid finish on the night, and I'm sure you got some people you want to give a shout out to, so I'll let you go ahead and do that, and get back to high fiving everybody else in the league.
Yeah, I just want to thank the grandparents that make everything work in real life racing. Also would like to thank Abeta Montana with the real life car, and the event sponsors would like to thank Refuse to Live, and Theory Motorsports, BGM Racing, and then 461 Clifton Racing for coming on board and sponsoring the series.
Well, very good. And yeah, thanks for coming out and putting on a good show. We look forward to having you at the future events, and you have a good evening.
Yeah, look forward to seeing you in the future events as well, Frank. Thank you.
Yep.
And here comes Bubba.
And we got to give a shout out to probably the fan favorite that I've been seeing in the chat, Mr. Joseph Brooks. Congratulations on the third overall in points and a fourth place tonight. Um, how the season go from you from start to finish? Um, what was your thoughts going into each week as far as how you were going to kind of set up um, each race? And I'm just kind of curious what your overall thoughts were on the season.
You know, I overall for the season, I knew that I had a little bit of experience doing this kind of stuff, so that helped. But I knew seeing the entry list for the year, I knew Chase was in here, so and I knew he was dog fast. Um, he does this stuff in real life with a buggy, so um, I knew that we would be probably seeing his rear bumper quite a bit, but I knew that I had a little bit better of a chance than most of these guys coming over from the circle side of stuff. And I'm not dogging them either. They made huge strides throughout the year that is really awesome to see. And to get these guys over into the off road side of iRacing and what Anthony and Nick and Chase and Zach Clifton do back in eastern Montana for bump and run, it kind of opened their eyes to see what good racing can be like, even though you're taking jumps and back to back corners and everything. So yeah, I think the season went pretty good. I knew each week that I'd have to try and gain a little bit more speed to keep up with Chase, but yeah, I feel like this year was pretty good for us, and hopefully we can do it again next.
Yeah, well, I definitely had a great time up here watching all the racing throughout the season. It was a lot of fun, and I'm excited that there are talks of bringing it back in the future. And I'm sure you're one of the guys that everyone's going to be eager to see return to the track. So with that, I'll let you give the shout outs and get back to hanging out with all the teammates and league mates. And yeah, just thanks a lot for being here with us and running a great race.
Yeah, thank you. Firstly, I want to thank you for putting on all the broadcasts for us and letting all these fans watch. Without you being able to put this broadcast together for us, we wouldn't be able to go back and watch our races, and the fans couldn't see what we're doing on Thursday nights. And I want to thank Anthony and Nick and everybody from AMX iRacing to put this together for us, and all our league sponsors this year. I know BGM Racing, AMX, 461 Clifton Racing. Uh, I'm not sure all the sponsors, but I think I got most of them. And all these guys coming out every week to show up and race with us. We couldn't do it without them either. So big shout out to them, and all the fans for watching again. And Missouri River Barbershop, my personal sponsors, Missouri River Barbershop. mom and dad, Trackside Truck, JR1 Motorsports, Bite Motorsports, Jaden and Braden. Unfortunately, Jaden wasn't able to make it tonight, but still thankful for him and everything he does. Braden, he's put on a heck of a race all season, and to see his advancements in this stuff is phenomenal. So couldn't do without them boys, and yeah, just everybody that helped made this possible.
Absolutely. Well, we look forward to seeing you in the next event, and you have a good evening, my friend.
Yeah, you as well. Thanks.
So with that, let's quickly see if we can't get a sense as to what the point situation looks like at the end. And looks like Chase Gear is going to take the overall as we discovered. Jason Martin, and then Joseph Brooks third, and then we have Patrick, Zach Clifton in fifth, and then Braden, Casey, Cody, and then Keith, Chancellor, Jaden, and then Cody back there. So, and then Taylor Vandenbush and Nick Nowak, shout out to them for being the admins. That's why their score was 0, because they actually have to at least be in the session to keep these boys honest. So, with that, just a reminder to be sure to tune in on Tuesday nights over at AMX, or excuse me, on AMX, the same channels you're viewing this broadcast on. 9 o'clock Eastern's when we kick it off, and then after that, we'll roll right into the trucks. But outside of that, I just want to thank everyone for tuning in. It's been a blast calling the action with you. Huge shout out to both Cody Harrelson and Anthony James who have joined me in the booth here, and we look forward to being with you all next time they host this series. You all have a wonderful evening.